Alright guys, we are back for more of my 2026 Valentine's Day special. We just played some Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 for the Nintendo Switch, and that was a whole lot of fun. So, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario Party Superstars for the Nintendo Switch. So let's see how we do. Alright, let's head off to Mario Party course. Play as Mario like I always do. Alright, so let's see which computer players we're taking on this game. Alright, we're playing against Daisy, Yoshi, and Peach. We're going to put the computer players on normal difficulty. Okay, so for the board that we're going to play on here for this segment, we'll do Horrorland. Alright, so we will do 20 turns. We'll of course have both stars on and no handicap. Alright, all types of mini games please. Alright, let's play! Alright, let's see who's going first. Ah, darn it. I'm going last. Oh well. So Peach is going first, Yoshi's going second, Daisy's going third, and I'm going last. Alright, first start of the game is going to be right there. Alright, let's get this party started. Alright, Peach starts off with a 10. She does get an item space. But she failed to get anything right there. Too bad. Alright, so now it's Yoshi's turn, and he also gets a 10. Wow. Alright, it's gonna buy a skeleton key. Alright, see what Daisy gets. 8. And she is buying a mushroom. Alright, now it is my turn. And I get a 7. Alright, that's a good first roll for me. Alright, I'll head that way. Alright, first minigame is going to be a 4-player minigame. Bumper balloon cars. Alright, let's do it. And Yoshi's already out. And there goes Daisy, so it's down to me and Peach, and we did it! So we're going to successfully win that first mini game. Alright, time now for turn number 2. And Peach gets a 9. And this time she lands on a lucky space, and let's see what she gets. A custom dice block. Back to Yoshi. 5. And he does not have enough coins to buy the star. You failed. So now Yoshi has to deposit 3 coins in the Koopa Bank. So you gotta use that skeleton key here? No, he is not. Oh, a lucky space for Yoshi as well. And he gets 10 coins. Daisy gets herself a 6. She's going to the right here, but she didn't have enough money to buy the star anyway, so that didn't really matter for her too much. Alright, we get a 2. Okay, so I think I'm not going to buy anything for right now, because I want to save up my money. Alright, got a lucky space. Alright, 7 coins. That's not bad at all. Alright, 4-player mini game again. And this time it's later, Skater. Alright, here we go. Got it! That's how I roll. Alright, going into turn number 3 now. And Peach is using her custom dice block. What number is she going with? A 7. She's not buying anything from the item shop right now. And from where she's going, she's landing on a lucky space. And she gets 15 coins out of that. So that makes her double her money to 30. Okay, Yoshi gets a 2. And 1 for Daisy there. Alright, so she lands on an event space, which is going to make night turn to day. Alright, so let's go back to me. I have 3. And we just got the first star of the game. Alright, we're off to a very good start. Alright, where's the next one gonna be? It's right over there. And we're also landing on the bank, so we do get the 3 coins in there. Alright, 2 versus 2 mini game for this one. Winner or dinner? It looks like Daisy's my teammate for this one. Alright, so let's see how many coins we can collect out here within the time limit. Oh god, I didn't see that coming. Alright, looks like me and Daisy get 16 coins while Peach and Yoshi get 8. Alright. Alright, let's go into turn number 4. Alright, 2 for Peach. What's Yoshi gonna get here? 2. Alright, he's buying a chop call. Oh boy. What's he getting on this lucky space? 15 coins. Daisy's gonna use her mushroom. Alright, she rolls a 9, and that's 5 of that mushroom for a total of 14. Oh, Daisy's also buying a chop call. Alright, 6 for me this time. That's not too bad. Alright, let's head this way. Oh, him block! Alright, let's see what we get from this. 5 coins, alright. Alright, now we're gonna go into a 4-player mini game. Mushroom mix-up. Certainly a great classic mini game right here. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we're starting with yellow. Alright, now we're on to purple. And Daisy's out. Oh no, don't you dare do that. Alright, red's next. And it looks like we win! Alright. Alright, time for turn 5. Alright, 10 for Peach. She's gonna buy some double dice. And she's also getting a lucky space. What will she get here? 10 coins. Alright, so Yoshi rolls here. A 10. Oh, he's got a warp. Okay. And that's gonna help him get the star right there. Oh, wow. But at least we're still gonna be in the lead since we do have more money than Yoshi right now. Alright, now the next star's going to be right there. Alright, event space for Yoshi. And now we're back into the daytime. Alright, 7 for Daisy. She's buying a cursed dice block. Looks like I'm rolling a 1 right there. That's alright. Alright, so this time I will buy something right here from the item shop. I'll go ahead and get some double dice. We're also landing on a lucky space. And we're getting 7 coins. Alright, time for a bonus minigame now. And it's another 4-player minigame. Goomba spotting. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, 38 was my guess, but let's see if that is correct. It is correct! So we win! I'm always very good at this minigame since I have great counting skills when it comes to that. Alright, now let's keep going as we head to turn 6. Alright, Peach is using her double dice. Alright, she gets 10 and 5 for a total of 15. And that is literally just enough for her to get to where the star is. So she's lucky on that. And she's also going to buy a chop call. So now Peach is going to be on the board with a star. And the next one is heading off to right here. Okay. I should be in good shape for that right here since I'm not that far away from it. I think I do have double dice I just bought right here on the previous turn to help me out. And Peach is landing on an event space, so now we're in nighttime. Alright, 5 for Yoshi. And he gets a lucky space. He gets himself a skeleton key right there. So now he's got 2 of them. Oh, Daisy's using that cursed dice block on me. But I do have double dice like I said, so I can basically use that to cancel it out. Alright. Daisy gets a 5, and she's also landing on a lucky space. What will she get? A custom dice block. Alright. Yeah, of course I'm going to use my item right now, Toad, just so I can get rid of this curse. Alright, so let's see what we get here with our double dice. 5. And 2 for a total of 7, but that won't quite do it right here for what I needed to get to the star. That's alright. No, I don't want to warp right now. Alright, so it's time for another mini game. And this time we're playing Dinger Derby. Alright, it's time for us to hit some baseballs. Alright, we have 19 points there. Very good. Alright, moving on to turn 7. And it's a 5 for Peach. And she's laying on the bank, so she gets the 6 coins in there. Oh, Yoshi's using that chop call there. So much for me trying to get the star over there. Alright, where's the star getting moved to? It's right there now. Doesn't seem too bad right here where it is at now. I could still possibly have a chance to get it over there, but Peach and Daisy also do have a chop call with them, so we gotta try to keep that in mind. Alright, Yoshi is gonna warp right here again. And that's an event space for Yoshi. And we're going back to daytime. Alright, Daisy gets a 1. And she's landing on a lucky space. 12 coins. Alright, so unfortunately I can't quite get to the star right here on this turn, but let's see what I'm gonna roll here. A 6. No, I'm not gonna light the lamp. Oh, I'm landing on the bank right here, so we're getting only 3 coins, but it's still worth something. Going into a 2 versus 2 minigame. Dungeon Dash. Paired up with my girlfriend Peach here for this one. Alright, let's do this. Alright, that was way too easy. And now we are up to 105 coins. That is a lot of money that we have here. Alright, let's head into turn 8. Alright, Peach gets 2. And she is going to buy a skeleton key. Alright, she does land on the lucky space. And she gets herself 10 coins. All 7 for Yoshi. And he's not unlocking this gate right now. And he doesn't quite have enough money for that star. Too bad. Alright, Daisy gets a 6. And looks like she is going to buy a skeleton key. Alright, now we go back to me. Gotta try to get an 8 or higher if I want the star right here on this turn. But let's see what happens. And it's not enough. We unfortunately get a 6. But we do get a lucky space. Alright, we get 7 coins there. Now let's see what the next minigame is. It's a 4-player minigame. And we're playing Parasol Plummet. Alright, let's do it. Alright, time's up. And looks like we got 31 coins there. Alright. That's certainly a good amount of money that we managed to collect right there on that mini game. Alright, so now it's on to turn 9. Dang it! I figured Peach was going to use her chop card there, all because I was close to the star. Alright, this time it's getting moved to over there. Unfortunately, I'm past this spot right here, so it may be a little bit tough for me to try to get to that spot on the board right here before anyone else. Alright, 6 for Peach. And Yoshi gets a 6. Alright, Yoshi's gonna buy a chop call here. And he's landing on an event space, so we're going back to the daytime. Alright, 1 for Daisy. She's gonna get herself a lucky space, and what would it be? 12 coins. Alright, there's a 10. Alright. I gotta go for more double dice. Okay, I also do get a lucky space. Alright, what's it gonna be here? 7 coins. I've got a 4-player minigame for this one. Rockin' Raceway. Alright, let's go, horsey! Ah, darn it, that screwed me up. I think we should still be fine here. Yes, we will. Alright, first place is mine. Alright, now we're going into turn number 10. And this is 6 for Peach. Just go buy herself a child car here. And she also gets a lucky space. She gets herself 7 coins there. Now let's see what happens with Yoshi right here. 6. He also is getting a lucky space. Oh, he gets another chop call. Yeah, I figured he was going to toss away one of his skeleton keys there. Alright, 8 for Daisy. Let's go ahead and use my double dice right here. 4 and 3 for a total of 7. Okay. We'll head that way. And let's go ahead and warp. Alright, it's time for another bonus minigame, and we got a 4-player minigame for this one as well. X-Ray Payday! Okay! Very easy chance right here for me to get all the coins here on this one. I'm always good at it. Alright, let's do it.